What's up YouTube? Today we're going to be installing a clutch kit on a 2022 MT-09. Now if you're anything like this customer, you love doing wheelies. However, wheelies are bad for your clutch because you're going to have to slip the clutch and bounce it up. But anyways, we're going to be replacing a clutch today. I'm going to show you all the process. First thing I'm going to do is disconnect my clutch. Now that the clutch is disconnected, we can go ahead and start taking off these bolts that hold the clutch cover all on together. With all the clutch case bolts disconnected, we go ahead and put them up out of the way and remove this clutch cover. Be careful not to get that gasket. But pretty much how this works, you see that rod? That rod is adjusted by this clutch lever. It has a little sprocket and teeth on it, and what it'll do is it'll push this whole clutch basket in, relieving the pressure, disconnecting the engine and the transmission together. So what we're gonna do is disconnect these 3 bolts and slowly take off the clutch plates. I'm gonna show you all that right now. Now that we got those spring screws loose, we can go ahead and move them up out of the way. We can move these springs out of the way. And then we can remove my clutch basket out of the way. And you could see the first couple of clutch plates right over here. It's very important to keep them in order so you know how they go back in. Okay, so now that we got our clutch basket up and out of the way, we can continue removing the rest of the clutch plates. Now this is a pretty simple process. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take out the friction plate, and then you're gonna take out the steel plate, and then there's gonna be another friction plate behind it, and then another steel plate behind it. It pretty much goes together like a sandwich. While I have everything getting taken apart, I do have the new clutches getting soaked in a bucket of oil. And the second we're done taking out all these old clutches, we can slap on the new clutches and this thing's gonna ride like brand new. I'm excited. Now that we have all the clutch plates out, we can start the reassembly process, which is a piece of cake. What we're gonna do is we're gonna use this as a guide. So you see this first clutch plate? All right, bet. We're gonna grab the first clutch plate. Here we go. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna slap that Jitty John up in there. Like so. Then we're gonna grab our friction steel. And there's a ribbed edge and there's a flat edge. The flat edge is gonna be on the outside. Then we're gonna grab another clutch plate. I'm gonna slap that bad boy on there like so. Grab another steel plate. And we're just gonna do this 8 more times till we have all the clutch plates installed. It's hot outside, man. I'm trying to finish up this job. So now with all the clutch plates in and the clutch basket back in, those are the old springs. We got a pair of new springs. We're gonna slap those bad boys in there. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna grab our spring screws. We're gonna slap them on there right quick. Something like that, yeah. And we could continue with this clutch replacing process. So once we get those clutch spring screws back on, what we're gonna do is slap this front cover on. And all we have to do at this point is reattach our lines down here and up here. We'll give it a crank and we'll see how she does. We got our clutch line back on up top over here. You can see the adjustment's perfect. Now all we gotta do left is take it for a test drive. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Just got done with the test drive and it drove beautiful. Another job well done.